If there's some change in this, we'll discuss it. But this isn't a traffic ticket. This is a serious 10-year assault with intent to commit great bodily harm felony charge. So it isn't going to go away with a swipe of a hand. This is some serious stuff. Good morning, Mr. Upshaw. Welcome to Centerville.
And good morning to you, and thank you for allowing me to participate on Zoom, Your Honor.
Well, this is just a simple arraignment. We should be able to transact this by Zoom. Are you Justin Trayvon Moss?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moss, you're charged with assault with intent to commit great bodily harm by strangulation and domestic violence. Allegation is that happened in Three Rivers on November 10th. The complaining witness is your previous girlfriend, Stephanie Clemens. The first charge, assault, great bodily harm, less than murder with strangulation, is a felony. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. Second count, domestic violence, is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Bond was set in the amount of $5,000 cash or surety, and you have posted the bond. They directed that you participate with community corrections. Yes. Are you presently wearing an ankle monitor?
No, sir.
Are you on some sort of other monitoring system?
I call once a week and check in.
All right. Well, because this is a felony, I don't have jurisdiction to take your plea here. We have to set it for what's called a pre-exam conference. And we're going to coordinate with your attorney, Mr. Upshaw, to see that date works.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Moss, Randall Upshaw, P number 43574.
Give me that P number again.
43574.
And you're directing your client at this time, obviously, to enter a plea of not guilty.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Upshaw, we do our pre-exams on Tuesday mornings, and we do the preliminary examinations on Tuesday afternoon. So the regularly scheduled date for this case would be a pre-exam next Tuesday, January 13th, with a preliminary examination at 1 o'clock on January 20th, if it's needed.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I've spoke with my client because I have absolutely no discovery and in the dark on this matter. My client is willing to waive his right to have a PC or the preliminary exam within 21 days. I also would like to inform the court that I had a pre-scheduled, because I didn't celebrate the holidays, my wife and I have a pre-scheduled flight out of the country from the 15th through the 20th. I'm asking this honorable court if it would consider allowing my client to waive the 21-day rule and so I can also get discovery and set this beyond the 21 days for another PC.
All right, well, that's problematic. I don't have prosecutor input here. The victim advocate is here and the complainant is here. This often happens. In fact, it happens every time when out-of-area counsel come in. They've often got conflicts with their other practice. And certainly vacations are hard to come by. The defendant has posted bond. As far as I can tell, he's complied with all terms of his bond. Have there been any allegations of bond violations? All right.
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
I'm going to set pre-exam for January 27th. I really don't like this, but at 8:30,
Speak up.
and the prelim, if necessary, for February 3rd. You did file an appearance, certainly, and I'm not sure what's up with the discovery, but we just did the arraignment. You should make contact with the prosecutor's office and get the information. I'm not sure exactly what all there is. Good morning, Mr. Knopfinger.
Morning, Judge.
Have you got something for me this morning?
No, not yet. Tim George.
Do we know what we're gonna do with Mr. Dusha Tellier this afternoon?
We should know by mid-morning, Judge. I've already spoken to Mr. Rivera about it.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Moss, let's talk about your bond conditions. Do you live in Canton Township?
Yes, sir.
What do you do there? What's your occupation?
I play professional basketball. I travel around the globe, playing for different countries.
All right, and so this is what league are you in?
Basketball. Right now, I have a contract coming up for the Sipa Copa League, which is in Mexico.
Well, you're gonna need to stay here. You can't leave the country, you can't even leave the state yet.
Mhm.
You don't have the court's permission to leave Michigan. You certainly can't leave the country. So delaying this is difficult for you as well.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
if I'm attempting to, I sent some documents about his contract, and I'm attempting to talk with the APA at this time to see what resolutions he and I can make. Can you tell me your court, would you happen to know the APA that will be handling this?
I don't know. The person who authorized it, let's take a look, was probably, we're not that big. We only have 5 prosecutors. Maya would direct you to ask for prosecuting attorney Deborah Davis. The warrant was actually authorized by can't tell. Angelique Canfield. So she's the person that knows about it. She's very capable. She's a longtime career prosecutor from other jurisdictions as well. Angelique Canfield.
And I would just like, I apologize again.
That's the downside of not being here live and in person. You could just walk down the hall and talk to them. But as I said, this is just an arraignment. And so I'm not going to do anything without input from the prosecutor. So right now he can't even go to Howe, Indiana. He's not allowed to leave the state of Michigan. And where'd you play your undergrad? Miami?
No, I went to Buffalo, New York.
All right. Why are you wearing a Miami shirt?
Oh, well, right now they're on the winning streak. They just beat Ohio State.
Nebraska beat Ohio State last night in basketball. They beat the Spartans and they shouldn't have, but Spartans beat USC by 30 points last night.
Mhm.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Thal.
Morning, Your
Good morning, Mr. Sopanos.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. So let's review. I keep getting disoriented, so let me stick to the point here. There are bond conditions. Let me find it. As far as I can tell, you've been in compliance with the terms of your bond. Do not have any contact with Stephanie Clemens. Clemens is a three-year-old's name. I think I knew her grandparents. Did your grandparents live on Michigan Avenue? Yes. Nice people. They're Jehovah's Witnesses and landlords. All right, no contact with Stephanie Clemens. Comply with all directives of the Community Corrections Board. Shall not leave the state of Michigan. No firearms, no assaultive or threatening behavior. Now, the bond could be amended if your lawyer and the prosecutor talk with each other and agree to some conditions. When would your contract start with the Mexican League?
I was hoping for, well, they're hoping for me to be there by January 15th.
Well, it ain't gonna happen unless something else happens.
Yeah, I've updated them on the situation.
For now, your next court date is January 27th at 8:30. I want you to comply with the conditions of your bond. Mr. Upshaw, my recommendation would be you contact the prosecutor's office and ask to speak to Angelique Camfield. She's the person that authorized this. She has charging authority and plea authority. Let's assume that the matter is resolved with some sort of a negotiated plea, even to a domestic assault. As you know, there's a deferral statute that could apply to this, but I don't know enough about it. Reading the affidavit, this is bad. It's scary and dangerous. And so I don't know where this case is headed. Mr. Moss, I'm going to have the bailiff take you out to the court office, and they're going to give you a notice for your next court date, which is January 27th at 8:30. And if needed, the next date after that would be February the 3rd. If there's some change in this, we'll discuss it, but this isn't a traffic ticket. This is a serious 10-year assault with intent to commit great bodily harm felony charge. So it isn't going to go away with a swipe of a hand. This is some serious stuff. So you go out to the counter, stay in contact with your lawyer, Mr. Upshaw. He'll get the police report. I don't know if there's 911 tapes or photographs or videos or whatever evidence that is. He'll get a copy of it. Stay in contact with the conditions that you've got from community corrections. All right, you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor, and have a good day.
All right, thank you. Mr. Upshaw, I look forward to meeting you in person.
Likewise.